Now I'm curious about, because yours is very realistic and really seems to have a concept, a lot of it behind what it is you're doing. Do you? I'm sort of. It is sort of play. It sort of happens. I have sort of an idea, and it keeps evolving. Do you know when you start what you're going to end up with?
I know before what I'm going to end up with. I already have the concept. It's already worked out. The realistic image is the vehicle really to that I use to express the spiritual concept. You're trying to express something that really cannot be seen. It's really abstract.
Right.
Yet you use realistic vehicles, symbols, images,
right.
form
right.
to express the invisible concept.
Well, that's a perfect lead in to actually discuss the painting that's behind you, and maybe we can zoom in on this one. That's a very, very powerful piece.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe you can tell us a little bit about how that piece evolved. I mean, what it was that you were saying, or how, I mean, you get a feeling when
mm-hmm.
you, each person's interpretation is going to be different. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times what somebody interprets isn't what you actually meant, which is
well,
always very interesting. It is fun.
It is fun.
It is fun. But maybe you can talk a little bit. I mean, this is such a strong image.
I think that most artists, they were meant to be what they are, and they were meant to do what they do. I think there is a theme in your life, and your journey is to constantly refine the theme. And one of the major themes in my life is a love for humanity.
Interesting.
This piece speaks of the love for humanity.
Right.
And even though it's a universal message, it is a personal message. I reveal something about myself, yet I reveal a truth about society. So I think for the most part, people do love. We could certainly have more of it.
Right.
And we are challenged to love, but you cannot love humanity without loving oneself.
Yes.
And when we learn that,
right.
I think we will see more love expressed in the world.
Well, it's interesting because one of the things I saw in there was sort of a hugging it to yourself, a very gentleness about it. I mean, as strong a piece as it is, that was my interpretation of it, was that it was this very gentle, loving feeling of holding it, almost the way you would a baby,
mm-hmm.
you know, to your breast. Mm-hmm. That's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting.
And in light of what is taking place in the United States today, it is hope. It is hope that we will learn the power and the scope of loving one another.
You have it titled, Tell Me Your Story.
Yes. As I said, I used the realistic, traditional approach to speak of things that are spiritual. Mm-hmm. And this portrait is a very spiritual piece for me. It is a real person. It is my wife's aunt. Her name is Aunt Marie. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite pieces, and when I did it, I just knew it's one of the best things that I've done because it is so rich in expressing the dignity, the celebration, the strength, the courage of this person's life, faith, and just a celebration of so many of the ideals that we hold to be very valuable mm-hmm. to the human spirit and human character.
Wonderful.